is the son of Khalid El-Amin, the former star at UConn.
And Tajay Teague is the guy that makes them go. Coach Whitford let us know he doesn't have to score big to have, you know, his imprint on the game. He can do it in so many other directions.
And in the lane, the first points from Neziah Carter for the Washington Huskies.
And honestly,
is vital, I think, tonight, considering you're going up against Stewart and McDaniels.
It really is. And when you consider the size of Teague right there in the mix once again.
Quade Green hits it from outside. The reach and the extension they can get.
Yeah, and again, they are doing a great job of blocking shots without fouling.
The lob inside for Isaiah Stewart. Quade Green, 3. Largest lead for Washington.
And our mention out of credit, communicating and switching very well. The second straight possession, they've come up with a turnover, leading them out into transition.
Inside for Isaiah Stewart at the slam. Largest lead for Washington.
As such, of him dunking, even if it's in practice, dunking on his teammates in practice. You got to have that. With Dad, that has that type of bounce.
Can I add to the flashback?
Oh.
I was at that game. It was played in Oakland. In the Oakland Coliseum Arena, the former home of the Golden State Warriors. Half court. If you're James Whitford, how do you handle the remaining time and make sure that Teague doesn't get his third?
Well, I think one of the things they did, they made the switch. They put him on Hamir Wright, who's more so a perimeter player than is Isaiah Stewart. And so that was one of the areas where they made the change just to be able to keep him on the floor. But I still would look at trying to get him out oftentimes whenever you can to make sure, especially on defensive possessions, to make sure that he doesn't pick. See, I cannot remember who I asked that before, but there was no reason you should not get that. Everyone should know. Pons, happy days.
Exactly.
The thumbs up.
I got it.
Hey, you got it. You right on top of it, Roxy.
One more for Quade Green to the transfer from Kentucky. Double figures now in each of the last 4 games after only 2 of his first 7. And it appears, Corey, he's getting more and more depth.
I got that one. I'm not here for New Year's. I'm here for Christmas. I know how to say that.
One more for Quade Green. Is the miss, was the first miss by either side?
Inside. Tajay Teague is a willing passer, but you have to get the basketball in his hands if you're the Cardinals on offense.
Ball State has outscored Washington 9-1, now 9-3 to start the second half.
Nice for them. They've done a great job in the man-to-man. And you can remember early in the first half, Ball State was the team that got the three-point party started off. Great touch by Isaiah Stewart. That's a great pass and a tough shot over a outstretched arm of a defender. And again, if you're Washington and those are threes that Ball State is going to take to beat you, then you're just going to have to lose.
Second 3 for the freshman. Quade Green, corner 3. 71-58 Huskies. Washington picked 3rd in the Pac-12 preseason polls. Oregon was picked to win the Pac-12. As a corner 3 from Jaden McDaniels.
I'm not sure why they didn't sit behind our bench, because I tried to recruit both of them when they were in high school.
It's clear they didn't like you because they didn't follow you.
Those are my guys. Those are my guys. They love me. They just didn't want to come to the hill.
Isaiah Stewart now with 19.
Turnovers have been an issue for the Huskies, but they have not been for Quade Green, who only has 1 turnover, and then now it's been his last 4 games. So he continues to round into shape and gives them that point guard play that they're going to need, of course, moving forward in the Pac-12 play.
The role for Quade Green, who has a career-high tying.
Much taller defenders in this second half after getting off to a great start. They've done a great job keeping him in check here. And Ball State, of course, not shooting the ball nearly as well as they did to start the game when they were guarding the zone by Washington.
Besides struggling shooting the ball, Corey, what have you noticed that's allowed Washington to pull away from Ball State? Is Hamir Wright